old man noises. Can you hear me now? I think there's two great parts. No, there's three great parts in making a bow. It's finishing the bow and having something you're proud of and that works. Again, the perfect bow is the one that works. It doesn't have to be the most beautifully crafted, symmetrical, Osage, sinew-backed, snakeskin, decorated, painted bow in the world. It doesn't. I mean, what is the purpose of it? In some respects, you know, if you don't have a full wood shop, you know, the perfect bow that's available to be had might be made simpler, you know, out of woods that you just gather on your own. And that's the case with this one. This was gathered May of 2022, so it's a little more than a year old. Sugar maple, still has the bark on it. And I'm looking at this piece of wood that does have some snakes in it, which is desirable in many people's eyes. Some may want perfectly straight, take your Osage and take every single bend and kink out of it, and others appreciate the natural beauty of the wood itself. And I'm dreaming of the bow. Again, number one is finishing it and having a working bow. Two, working backwards, the process. It's fun. It gives you time to just kind of detox from the insanity of the world and just take your universe and shrink it to the space of your shaving horse, you know, or whatever you use, or your hatchet and your piece of wood. The first part is dreaming about the bow. You know, it's the destination sometimes, not just the journey. And picturing, what is this going to look like? What do I want from it? You know, coming up with the lines, coming up with the design. Well, I have a couple criteria that are necessary for the production of this bow. The first is, it'll be all natural. All natural. And that means no artificial fibers for the bowstrings, no artificial backing, what have you. I'm going to be putting a thin layer of sinew on it. It's not going to be a power layer. It might not even be a complete layer, but it would be a layer that works. Primitive John out there, you know, an economy of materials, time, woodworking. Not going to be able to go out and harvest 20 deer and just completely cover this thing. It'll be enough, and it'll look enough, and it'll be cool. The length, I kind of like it. I don't know what it is. It's kind of on the shorter side, maybe 54 to 56 inches, just guessing. Enough. What about the weight of it? 40-45 pounds. Now, I don't necessarily need sinew backing on a 40-45 pound bow, but it'll give me an extra draw length and reliability and durability. I don't need to worry about the backing, the back of the bow breaking, because the sinew will hold it together. It also gives me the ability to make a backwards bow. This, the inside, might be the back of the bow. It might not be. I haven't thought about it. I'm still in that process of enjoying thinking about it. The back might be it. It might be a crowned bow, you know, is what it is. Might be just dead flat. I don't know. Maybe I'll make a backwards bow and round it a little bit. But at this point, just thinking about it. But yeah, this is going to be amazing, however it turns out. Mostly because you take this piece of material and you transform it with your hands and your mind and your heart into something that is a spring that will be elastic, won't break, and will be able to throw an arrow a long ways. You know, it is what it is. Now, I would encourage you to go to Joe Daniels' channel. Joe is one of our loyal viewers. You see him in the comment section. Good guy. And he's currently making a bow for me, which is so ultimately cool. The only issue I have, Joe Daniels, is that humility is a good thing, but never think that like I'm a bow snob at all. I'm going to circle back to the perfect bow is a bow that works, and you make bows that work. Therefore, you make perfect bows. So, you know, don't think, I don't know, for whatever reason, that because I've made a few more than you and I've done different styles, you know, and have been at it for a long time, that that any way, shape, or form look down upon people that are starting their journey or haven't had as much experience, or make different bows than I do. You know, the perfect bow is the one that works. Also going to add that it's not the only the bow that Joe is making for me, it's the maker. Joe has the heart of a warrior. Joe is a professional wrestler, and I cannot wrap my mind around stepping into a ring, and I'm assuming it's like, what, plywood? And doing those brave things that include having your body slammed upon the plywood, making a living by fighting. You know, that's a special kind of person that engages in that, whether or not it's professional wrestling or MMA or boxing or karate or anything. I mean, that definitely speaks to the person having the heart of a warrior to do that. But lest I talk too much, I will lastly say that I'm going to do my best to steer back, you know, to bows and stuff on this channel. I mean, it's John J. Riggs Archery. And leaving my other channel, which you're welcome to watch, for the other weird things that I might put on there. JR's Forest. I have 2 channels. One will just be whatever. And I'm going to do more bows. Going to do more bows. Don't want my abilities to lapse. Got the Sinew. And I'm thinking it's kind of weird to have a sinew-backed bow in a Nettle bowstring instead of a sinew string, but you know, if it gets wet or damp, the bow will survive better than the string. And so a natural plant-based string might be better than a sinew string. If I lived in Montana or some other dry part of the country, then, you know, sinew bowstring. But this is Michigan. You know, this bow is probably going to go to Quebec, which is not Montana. And so that plant-based string might be better. We're thinking pragmatism here. We're pragmatic people. That is all, and thank you for watching.